Mm. And this is from a shooting. I believe you were inside of a car,
Yeah,
and the car was reportedly shot 37 times.
yeah.
Um, and do you remember that day?
Yep, July 6th.
And where were you heading to?
Dropped some money off to my daughter mama or something. Trip.
And were you the driver?
I was in there by myself, two-door car.
37 times, and you got shot 3 times. I mean, are you sober? Are you looking around? Are you very aware of what's going on around you?
I ain't see that. That was just, in them kind of situations, on some real shit, in them kind of situations, them just react. Ain't no thinking. You don't have time to think. If a nigga sit there and tell you he thought it out and did all that. I went to jail though. That's when I was on medical lockdown. Like all that shit was a train reaction. It ain't look like it was happening, but it was happening all that fast. Till I went to the pen and sat down and got the look back, analyze all the shit. I'm like, oh, I was tripping. Bitch, I was tripping for real. They flipped that. That's a 5.56 at a two-door car. And I'm like 6'3". I'm the one driving. Them bitches all on my side. If I'm driving this way, the car pull on side of me. Now, if you could think rationally at the time, on the interstate, I slam on brakes. That was my partner telling me, bitch, you supposed to slam on brakes, but I'm not thinking rationally. I slam on brakes, they in front of me, we could do it. I'm trying to outrun them, and they standing in this bitch. You panicking, this bitch is over with. I just don't want you to touch the cranium. Don't touch the computer. I can take the neck, the chest, the back, wherever they hit me at. Just don't touch the computer. You touch the computer, it's over. As long as I don't touch this computer. I'm cool, I overcame it.
So wait, so this was on the freeway or?
Yeah, on the freeway.
Okay, and so 37 shots. So I mean, the car was hit 37 times. So way more shots were fired than that.
Yeah.
How do you react? Because somebody like yourself, and you talk about it a lot, you've been shot at a lot of times. You've been in a lot of situations. So
Yeah.
I can only tell you're immune to it. How do you react on the freeway? 5.56 is coming your way.
The 4.5 in my lap already though. I'm trying to start the song over. My head down. They playing for real, or I'm blessed, or they just bullshit. Cause had it been vice versa, it would have been somebody fucked up for real. But I'm gonna say that bitch in arm reach at the time. I know for a sure when them bitches go off, then I got 10 on the window too. That's another thing. When that shit hit the tent, the window go, but the tent go hold the window in place. The window gone, but tent holding the window up. I'm trying to outrun them, but they stand in this bitch. It's two different guns shooting too. It's a rifle and a handgun. I got hit with a handgun too. But I just blow that bitch through the door, through the window. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Just boom, they gotta go. Cause you gotta understand, don't nobody wanna get shot. Everybody used to being, I'm a fudge with this bitch. The rabbit up this bitch, that's some shit. Reacting, it's not normal. That ain't normal. Probably in Baghdad and shit. Them dudes used to niggas hitting back and shit, but these niggas used to being aggressors. That's why when you fuck with niggas that know better, nigga make you drop that bitch, cause that shit you ain't really built for. So that 1.2 deciseconds of me, boom, boom, then it's a big loud bitch. That bitch make a nigga like, I don't give a what he got.
Damn.
That bitch make a nigga like, I ain't trying to get hit with what he got either. But that shit, him getting out the way probably saved me from getting the computer tap. So that window, we can replace that, we can replace the door, the car seats, all that shit. You can't replace me. So I'm gonna take my chances like this. And it was overcame.
Do you drive yourself to the hospital?
No, the people So, man, this shit so crazy, dude. The lady behind me was a nurse.
Wow.
She was a nurse. She told
Can't
me
make
everything.
that shit up. That's crazy. So
she told me everything. She said the people were shooting at me in a truck, all type of shit. She was following me the whole time because she was trying to see what they were shooting at. She was a whole nurse.
So does she stop and bandage you up, or like how does?
Yeah, she stood and was asking me where I was hit at, but I don't want to look. That's another thing too. Panicking, that shit'll kill you. Looking and trying to see, I don't want to look. If I don't need to see that shit, I don't need to see it. Now, once I know it ain't nothing up here, she like, well, I don't know. I know blood running down my leg and I can't feel this bitch at all, but my arm too, but I'm like, I don't know. The ambulance came quick as a bitch. That's how I really get my phone out the car, call bro them and let them know I just got hit. That was it. They cracked some shit, put it in my nose, and that was it.
Do you feel like it was karma? Or do you feel like that was something you did to somebody that came back to?
Yeah, I definitely was not a saint in the situation. I probably placed myself in it and on some arrogant shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you, dude, rappers wasn't doing the shit that I was doing at that time. No rapper in his right mind was doing that shit. The shit that they
in the streets.
That was my car and everybody knew it. I ain't doing no runner. I ain't rapping it. I ain't switching them up. I ain't doing none of this shit. That's like Duck and Rick to me. Bitch, is on is on. We ain't finna be doing all that. We right here. Ain't too much hiding you can do. If you gonna do all that, get the fuck on. So I ain't ducking no wreck, so everybody know where I'm at. But I probably did some shit and underestimated some shit and just felt like, nigga you gotta be a gangster to come. You better be like that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. And nigga probably dropped they nuts and just was like, fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, because at that time, it wasn't too many people who disliked you. Like, as far as rappers, a lot of people respected you. They showed love. So, you know, when I heard it back then, or when I seen the YouTubes and shit, a lot of people were shocked because you pretty much was cool with everybody, it seems like.
Man, Baton Rouge, man. And it's worse or not, that's what's crazy. But bro, look, it ain't really gotta be no static. Niggas be ego tripping, power tripping and shit. Like, envy is a shit that you don't even take seriously. Like, I don't give a fuck about a lot of shit that they give a fuck about. But I got a fly mouth. I could talk some shit. A lot of people, my mama done told me, like, I think everybody know I just say some shit to make you wanna fuck me up. So, but I also know when I release this into the universe, anything that come with this, I'ma accept it. So I be like, fuck it. Now what I did understand was anybody can get hit. That shit out the window. I just felt like I wasn't gonna come with this. They just saw me viral with 100 shots on a handgun, nigga. You got to be the bold ass come swing on me. That's just how I felt as being cocky, but nigga don't give a fuck about your 100 shots, nigga. You got to up, and hey, water don't determine who right. You know?